What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a channel. I just wanted to say that because I think that's what everybody says that has a YouTube channel. Like, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. No, anyway, what I wanted to tell you guys is if you want to remove vinyl wrap from your car that's been on there for a long time, I found it pretty easy to come off. At the beginning, not, but I found an easy way for it to come off. Mine's been on there for about 10 years. I had everything taken off like 2 years ago except for the rear spoiler and the deck lid. So I had to remove my spoiler so I could get the wrap off the deck lid. And because it was exposed to the sun for so long, it was so brittle and would only peel off in little pieces, no matter how much heat you had on it. So basically what you're going to need here is your heat gun. And I found this to work, a plastic scraper. This is to remove caulk or something, or silicone from a shower or a sink or whatever. But plastic scraper works really good. It won't scratch your paint. I guess as long as you're gentle, it won't scratch your paint. But I'll show you guys how to take it off. Make sure you heat it up really good, but don't hold the heat gun too long in one spot on your paint, or your paint's probably going to bubble up. And just make sure you keep the heat gun moving, heat it up enough, and this little plastic scraper will push it right off. Because even with the heat on it and trying to pull it off with your fingers, it was just peeling off in little pieces. And I spent 2 days on it trying to get just a good sized section off. And I was getting so pissed off because I couldn't get it off. But now this little guy here, it's like a razor. But no, it took it right off. And I'll show you guys how to do that. So for anybody trying to remove old car wrap from your car that's been on there for a while, this has been on here for maybe almost 10 years, I would say. I had to remove the spoiler from my car so I could get it off the trunk deck lid. But this is the easiest way I found how to remove it, because even if you heat this up and you peel it, because it's been exposed straight to the sun, it just peels off and it's brittle. It just comes off in tiny little pieces. So the best way I found out how to do this, and what I have here is a plastic scraper. This is actually for when you put caulking or silicone or something around the bathroom tiles to be able to remove it. But I had this, and the easiest way I found out how to do this is to heat this up and then push it with this. It's easier when you have two hands, so you don't have to hold the camera, but heat it up good and push it. Just make sure you don't hold the heat on any of your paint too long, because you'll damage the paint. But so basically, heat this up here. Make sure you keep the heat gun moving. And then while it's heated up, you're going to take your little plastic scraper. Make sure it's something that won't damage your paint. And push it. And while it's heated up really good, it just pushes right off. See that? So it doesn't come off in little brittle pieces, and it takes you hours and hours to take it off. But this is the best way I found to do it. It's easier, like I said, to hold the heat gun in one hand and push with this hand. Just make sure you don't hold the heat on one position too long. And that's how it goes. So here it is. I got everything off. Finally, after a couple of years, but of course it leaves the residue behind. But what I used to take it off, I've already cleaned my deck lid on the back of my car. What I used to take it off was some Goo Gone. And for automotive, I didn't get the stuff that was used for normal household stuff. I got the stuff that said specifically for automotive. And yeah, you spray it on there, let it sit for a little bit, and it'll take it right off. You just wipe it off with a cloth, but you have to make sure, I guess it says on the directions, to make sure you wash with soap and water when you're done, I guess, to get the Goo Gone residue off. But that's how it is. I'm gonna clean this up and get it back on my car, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all done. So apparently you can't get this foam or rubber seal or whatever it is to go around the spoiler. I even contacted a Nissan in the States, and they couldn't find it anywhere to get it separate. So what they said was they believe it comes with the spoiler when you buy it. which makes no sense at all, because if you take the spoiler off and you need to replace it, you shouldn't have to buy a whole new spoiler just to replace it. So anyway, no big deal. What I did, I bought this stuff here. It's a neoprene rubber. It's hard to do with one hand. But it's a neoprene rubber, and it only sticks on one side because I don't want the stuff sticking to my deck lid. This way, if I have to take it off, I can take it off without having to pry this thing off or whatever, and worry about breaking it. So this is 1/16 inch thick. So hopefully it's thick enough. I believe it should be, because this here, it basically just goes right along the edge here, which is not thick at all. And hopefully it's enough. Should be enough, but that's what I'm going to give a try. And I guess I would have to put it around here, which it should be wide enough, because it's, I don't know, it's about 1.5 inches wide. Yeah, perfect. And I just trim around it. But that's what I got. Give it a try. Hopefully no water leaks through, and hopefully I'm good to go.